is Megastar Magazine TV.
Hello and welcome to Megastar Magazine TV. My name is Monique Agbe. In the news, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has signed 4 tax reform bills into law, describing it as a bold new era of economic governance in the country. The bill was signed in the presence of principal officers of the National Assembly, including Senate President Godswill Akpabio, Speaker of the House of Representatives Tajuddin Abbas, among others, and explained that the reforms will go beyond streamlining tax codes. Presidency says the new tax laws will significantly transform tax administration in the country, leading to increased revenue generation, improved business environment, and a boost in domestic and foreign investment. The recruitment of Civil Defense, Correctional Service, Fire Service and Immigration Services Boards has been rescheduled from Thursday, June 26 to Monday, July 14, 2025. The statement released by the board that it has revised its timeline and informed prospective applicants and the general public about their decision. The board urged applicants to take note of the changes and apologize for the inconvenience it may have caused, and reminded all applications are free and do not attract any payment. The Federal Ministry of Environment, in collaboration with the German government, has launched a joint initiative aimed at reducing plastic waste leakage into the oceans of Nigeria and Ghana. The initiative is part of the broader Protocol, Project Prevention of Marine Litter in the Gulf of Guinea, that reflects a unified commitment by both countries to promote a cleaner, healthier and more sustainable environment. Minister of Environment Balarabe Abbas Lawal noted that the initiative, funded by the German Federal Ministry for the Environment and implemented by Delphi Research, which Germany demonstrates a strong resolve to tackle marine pollution protection across West Africa. The Director General of the World Trade Organization, Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, has commended the Nigerian Customs Service for its progress in customs modernization and trade facilitation. Ngozi said the leadership of Controller General Bashir Adewale Adeniyi paved the way for adoption of technology, improvement in border procedures and compliance framework as key indicators of reform. Controller General Adeniyi described the commendation as an affirmation of Nigeria's reform agenda and a motivator to sustain momentum and service commitment. On the foreign scene, Pope Leo XIV has described the rise of blunt power over the rules of international law as conflicts rage around the world and global institutions continue to fail to end abuses and war crimes. His Holiness said it's disheartening to see that the strength of international law and humanitarian law no longer seems binding. He further explained that it's unworthy and shameful for humanity and for the leaders of nations, and calls for ending the Israeli assault on Gaza, which leading rights advocates and United Nations experts have described as genocide. Police in Ecuador have recaptured the country's most wanted fugitive, drug lord Adolfo Marches Villamar. Marches, also known by the alias Fito, is the leader of Los Coneros, a powerful criminal gang which is blamed for Ecuador's transformation from a tourist to a country which one of the highest murder rates in the region. Ecuadorian President Daniel Noboa praised the security forces for capturing Fito and said that he would be extradited to the US, where he has been charged with cocaine smuggling. In sport, Portugal international player and captain Cristiano Ronaldo has signed a 2-year extension with Saudi Arabia's Al Nassr. The club announced this following weeks of speculation over which team he would sign for next season. Ronaldo's presence is a key factor in developing the Saudi league in the last 2 years and a half, and he has opened the door for elite and young players to come to Saudi Arabia. The executive chairman of the Edo State Sports Commission, Mr. Amadine Desmond Inabulele, has confirmed the appointment of Imperial Jared Tenebe as the new chairman of Bendel Insurance FC. Inabulele's media officer Edoko Wilson Edoko said Tenebe succeeds Mr. Philip Shaibu, former deputy governor of Edo State, who was recently appointed Director General of the National Institute for Sport. This decision is in line with the broader objective to revamp Edo's sports infrastructure in accordance with His Excellency Governor Monday Okpeholo's vision. In entertainment, veteran Afrobeat star Gabriel Oche Amayi, popularly known as Terry G, has urged Nigerians to show respect to music legends even if they are no longer in the limelight. Terry G lamented that Nigerians are often quick to disregard music legends with the excuse that they are outdated, and observed that in the Western world, legends are held in high esteem. The Akpako master stressed that if Africans, particularly Nigerians, fail to value their music legends, Afrobeats may one day lose its relevance, regardless of how great it becomes. Nigerian Afrobeat singer Anthony Ebuka Victor, popularly known as Victony, has stated that his challenges stole his youth. Victony narrowly escaped death in 2021 after he was involved in a car accident that left 1 dead and 3 injured. The injury kept him in a wheelchair for about a year. The singer gained prominence following the release of his hit song Holy Father with Merikun after surviving the car accident. That has been the news. For more information, follow our social media platforms showing on your screen. Up next is Voices from the Street.
Hi guys, we are live here in the streets of Abuja. My name is Queen Brown from Megastar Magazine TV. Today we want to get the opinions of people about polygamy. Is it a good thing or not? Do you encourage it or not? Let's find out.
Polygamy, it has been the practice of our country, that's Nigeria, and it all depends on the individuals, because polygamy, you can get it where somebody is having money, so that is where the person can go for a second wife or third wife or so, because he can, maintain them. But where a man does not have money, he cannot go for a second wife or 2 or 3. So that is what I see in polygamy. Everything depends on your pocket too. But to me personally, it's not good. Yes, because it brings an issue in the family. Yes, whereby that's the first children in the family, then they might grow very well. Then that's before the second ones will be coming up. So that's when the man dies, there will be issue of sharing properties.
Polygamy, honestly, to my understanding, is a very disastrous thing. Causes a lot of trauma in the family. Having a polygamous family is a problem itself, and I believe the best thing is not to involve, because there is no solution to it, and there are a lot of damage attached to it. So I don't support that. Both sides, physically, mentally, even spiritually.
It's not too good because when you have too much children, and there is to be, there will be issue. You understand? So there's no peace, no love, and all of that. So it's not good. I don't encourage it at all. It brings so many things. Affect the children most. Do you understand? Because it brings some issues all this local, how am I going to put it? Local scientists now. They call it winch, all this kind of stuff. They'll start, start envying themselves and all of that.
To me, polygamous is good. Likewise, I used to tell my wife I'm going to marry another. In the sense that, I believe as a man, you need to marry more than one wife. In the sense that when, you born finish, your wife go for Omugo, you have one to support, to take good care of you. Not that all of them one go for Omugo, then who will take care of you? You use your young age to work. At old age again, you'll be working again.
Because I'm a Christian and I believe in one man, one woman. Yes. So it's a no-no. I've seen people that have done it. It doesn't really work. Yes, it always ends in a chaos. There's always problem. There's always competition among siblings. A lot of issues. So I don't think it's advisable, especially nowadays. We all know that resources are scarce. So is it not better you concentrate on one woman and your children instead of having multiple wives? There's no need. I absolutely think there's no need.
It's a big question. Okay, I can answer that from my religious point of view.
Okay.
Yes, because that's actually the pivot of my life and my value system.
Okay.
So, polygamy has not helped my parents when they were growing up. So when they were actually giving birth to us, their plan was that they will not go into polygamy, and they didn't. So that actually set a pace for us that polygamy is not actually the way out if every man and every woman are responsive enough to their responsibility. if they are responsive enough to the responsibilities, I don't think as if either the male or the female to be thinking about polygamy. Yes, that's my take on it. For me, it's no for me. Occasions happen, circumstances, eventualities happen in marriages that can make that kind of provision. But if both parties involved are responsive and responsible, I don't think there's any for it. Irrespective, the essence, why are you being for someone? Is it because of children? You can adopt children now, plenty of them, and take care of them if it's children you want. And if it's about women too, if you are a faith-based person and understand the value of your personal integrity.
Messenger of God, you're talking about making marry for wife. If you get money, if you get good characters, good action characters, you can marry one. If you know pay responsibility of 4, you can marry one. If you get money, marry 2. If you get money again, marry 3. If you get money, marry 4. So make her take care about your children and your family and your everything. That's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you can accept him to marry 4 wives. Yeah, that's Muslim people when you see you get 4 wives. Part about 4 wives, my grandfather, you get, and that's I call sadaka. That time I carry by, so you keep the 2 inside your house. That is 6 with that. And that 2 then you never marry him. Just the for inside under you.
This is Megastar Magazine TV.